Welcome back to Retta J TV. Um, I have been promising a story time, so I'm going to do it tonight. Before we get to the video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoying my content. I'm very new to this, but I want to begin a family and everything like that. If you want a hair tutorial on how I keep my hair straight, right now I'm wearing it straight. I normally wear it curly, but until it gets humid, I probably will keep it straight. So I look decent and you guys won't think I'm crazy. So, put your post notifications on. A lot of people ask me that do watch my channel. I only have a couple of followers, but I'm grateful for everyone who does follow my channel. Thank you all. Thank anybody that takes the time out, because like I always say, time is the most valuable thing. We don't get time back. So if you take time out to watch my video, I'm appreciative of it. So thank you for that. Right now, I'm still taping on my PC, but very soon I'm going to invest in a computer. In a camera. Excuse me. So I'll have a camera and we won't have to sit still while the microphone is on and all of that. So I know on my last video, I did say I was going to do a story time. I have a lot of story times I'm going to do. But my story time today is about Nipsey Hussel. The impact Nipsey Hussel had on me, even though I didn't know him. And I'm taping on my couch again. Oh, and, oops, excuse me. Not only am I taping on my couch, my dog is asleep behind me. That was almost a nip slip, y'all. I got G's. They come out, y'all calling the whole police on me. So anyway, yeah. So let's get into the video. Okay, so and excuse background noise if you hear any. My mom talking. So when Nipsey Hussel was tragically murdered, I couldn't understand it. Hip hop has always been in my veins. I don't listen to much hip hop now because I really don't understand the age and the era. But when, KRS-One or, Run DMC, LL Cool J, and then of course we got Jay-Z, Pac, Biggie, when the Biggie and Pac thing happened, when they both were murdered, there was a real big thing between Death Row and Bad Boy. And I'm I'm into a lot of music stuff, so I might know some history and know some things because I like to study it, because I'm really, really into that. I think that culture has pushed a lot of things. I think as Black people, we influence culture. People will rob you of it and then act like we didn't create things. We only make 13% of population, but our swag is universal. You'll go to Japan and see somebody like just rocking out because, we made it look cool. We have the swag of it. So anyway, those are the people that I listen to. So I could say that if I hear a new artist, I won't necessarily listen to his song, her song, or whatever, because I just don't feel like they hot. When it came to Nipsey Hussel, I never listened to his music. I had never seen an interview. The only thing I knew was that he was dating Lauren London, who was a famous actress from LA, who I think is super beautiful. I think she's gorgeous. I love her dimples. I know her other baby daddy is in the hip hop too, Lil Wayne, which he cool. I haven't listened to that much of his music either, but the impact of Nipsey Hussel's murder was substantial for me, because I felt like, as open-minded as I would like to be, I am not. And for someone to be so prolific in their town to create mergers of people, and gangs is big in LA. I was born in Los Angeles, California, between my mom and my dad. My mother left because she was in domestic violence situations with my dad. So she did not stay. So we moved to Western New York, where it snows and it's cold a lot. But we would always travel back and forth because she wanted me to have close relationships with my father. So I would go back and forth all the time, and I understood, how it is about Bloods and Crips. When I was growing up, it was more about what color you wear. I know I went like 6 years ago because I still have my older brother there, who I'm extremely close with, and when I went, it was more about like Mexicans against blacks. So it wasn't really as much as you couldn't wear a color as it was, barriers in race. So anyway, when you see somebody like Nipsey Hussle, like one of the interview clips you see, he was talking about building up the community, making sure, not talking about buying chains and stuff like that. So I know people always like to say Black Lives Matter, but if we don't create a culture where we are nurturing the Black life, that's a detriment to everyone, because now this man who has a vision for something is no longer with us. And I'm not saying other people cannot do it, but what he started on Crenshaw, what he started on his own block, like I'm from the hood too. And you have somebody like that who is empowering something at such a young age, to see what he would have done after this would have just been great. I always have the feeling that it was a premature death. I know God controls everything and he runs it all and everything, but to me, it was like not his time. And I know we say that a lot, but I almost feel like that person didn't understand. He was so trapped in the mindset that he didn't understand what he was doing was killing his own dreams too. Because if that's your homie and y'all fell out, or he telling you stay from around him, you shot your own self in the foot. You have no life now. This thing has morphed into the marathon continuing beyond you. So you just blew that up even more. And you'll suffer for that forever. I don't care what your mindset is. If you feel you're trapped in a society, it does not matter. So some other things that I wanted to say about the situation was, I am a dark-skinned African-American woman who, I agree with the Black Lives Matter movement to an extent, but I remember being the black girl in the school. I went to a black school, and the people who bullied me the most was my people. The people who did not want to date me because of my complexion were my folks. So when people try to make it like it's an outward thing or it's just the police brutality, no, it's all lumped up into one. And I feel like our black men are attacked on every end. They get it from inside. They get it from their wives, their mothers, their baby mamas, their sisters. We pull at them. And then they have the outside arena who also pulls at them. The police brutality, the white people, the skinheads. When you try to go get a job but you got dreads. When you try to go get a job but you nappy headed. And then they just become weed heads, and we try to just push it aside like it's just a thing because it's cool. No, they're trying to escape. This is no different than being an alcoholic. I watched the documentary Snoop Dogg did the other day about weed, and I can't handle weed, but I don't. Whatever you do is what you do. But it didn't make me want to smoke. It made me say, "Is too much of anything is not good." So don't go ahead and push your agenda and say, okay, well, just because you become calm when you get high and you become rah-rah when you get drunk, doesn't mean it's good to do in excess. You know what I'm saying? And we have to come to a point where we nurture each other as human people. People always, and pastors and stuff say, lead with love. That takes an action that I don't know we will see in this lifetime. And I'm just being honest. And I hope I'm not offending anyone. Sorry, y'all, I'm chocolate. I gotta get in the light. But I don't know if we'll see that kind of kindness in this life. But I hope we do. Who wants to leave here and not know love in that way? I feel so bad for Lauren London. So I hope I don't sound churchy sometime, but I'm going to say this anyway. And I don't know their relationship. I don't know her personally. This is just my opinion. So I know my YouTube channel will grow and other people will see it. Please don't offend or attack me when I say, you know, she was good, and I know she's gonna love him to the end of time, and that's a beautiful thing because a lot of us don't even experience love the way she has on the level that she did with anyone, whether they're your baby daddy or not, or just your husband or whatever. But how come, if he did not marry her, did he not make her a wife? I always wonder that, especially when I see men die and women die and things happen. How do we not become wife or husband? Because people like to say and minimalize it to being just a piece of paper when it's more than that. It becomes a union. It becomes, if something happens to you, what's the barrier? It becomes, nobody don't have to fight about it. I watched this doctor called Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's very good. I'm going to leave his link in the description box. I like him a lot. I'm all about financial freedom. So he speaks a lot about that. But he will take it into a context of something that Black people can relate to, that we understand. And he was saying, a lot of us don't have a will. I plan on not only having a paper will, but I'm also going to have a will on my YouTube channel. So if somebody try to say I said certain things about my life, no, it will not be true. One thing I know for sure, I'm not leaving cash to any of my family members. My mother's not getting cash. My brother's not getting cash. I will leave assets and abilities. All my cash are going to all 5 of my godchildren. That's another story. We ain't gonna get into how none of these people even let me in the kids' lives now because I was honest. I'm one of those people that are brutally honest, and most people don't get down with that. And I know I'm on a tangent and I'm talking about other things, but the impact of Nipsey Hussle's death touched my soul. And the way that he was murdered, I couldn't stop playing it. In my mind, one day I had a vision of shortly after he was murdered, of it being like a test dummy. Like it wasn't supposed to happen. Like a rubber baby was being shot. Like it was a doll being shot into. Not like a human being who's moving, functioning, got things going on. That's why I say this person doesn't understand. They didn't calculate. They didn't count the cost of killing a king. And so many of our men that are not leaders, who do not take care of the home, who do not hold the fort down, we all lose in that way. So how do we begin the conversation of winning? And not just having meetings to keep going to sessions, to keep going to group stuff. Like, what do we really do? I remember when President Obama was being voted in the first time, he said, "It's not all on me. We have to do it." What did we do in them 8 years? I hear people always wanting to blame him for something or blame Donald Trump. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter. However, I understand Donald Trump is a businessman. And what he's going to do is run the country as business. So I'm not going to dog him because allegedly the vice president is not no joke either. So you don't want to fool off with any of it. But when you speak of President Obama, he understood the consciousness of it's not going to take just him. He's just in the office. What we do while he's in there is up to us, and we got to blame us. At the end of the day, Michael Jackson said, "The man in the mirror." It started with Retta J. If I don't get it right, it don't get done. I'm a single woman, and I plan on having some programs I want to start for single women. And I will do another story time on certain things. But when you're single in the world and you don't have a man, and sometimes you may not have family, that means you have no one but you. I always tell people, if I don't go to work and the empire goes down, I all go down because it's only me. There's no baby daddy, I love people who be like, "Oh, I can't stand him, I can't stand her." Yeah, but you got a him or her that you don't have to stand. I love to hear women say, my daddy get on my nerves. But you got a daddy you could call to get on your nerves. My black man William Frank Johnson Sr., if he ever see this video, he wasn't there. Allegedly, he had addiction. Allegedly, he had abuse problems. I'm glad my mother got out because she said it wasn't going to go well for the dude. He hit on her one more time. So I wish her nothing but to leave. However, that leaves me with not a focus on how to do life right. You know? So there are a lot of things that I hope we take away from seeing someone murdered he was a Crip, but he was predestined to do things. Next time you get angry with someone, try to walk away. Try to walk in love. You know, I watch a lot of Fatal Attraction. I watch that show a lot. And it's like, okay, you've been with this person 20 years, but you don't like them. Leave. Don't kill them with the shoe and shoot them with the boot. Like, just, it didn't work. You know, maybe you can find you a new boy. Don't shoot them. They got kids. They got family up. People are impacted by that. You know, I just have so many things about this Nipsey Hussle thing that I just feel could have been avoided. But this is the belly of the beast that we live in. And I just hope after this life, there is a better one. I hope there is. You know, nobody comes back from death and tells you what it's like. So my prayer is that really after this, there is truly no more suffering, no more dying, no more crying, no more sickness. And that there is a Krispy Kreme donut in heaven for me. And I can eat it and then I won't get fat. Okay, y'all. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, I definitely wanted to do this story time for you. I think I'm going to stop this story time and start another story time. Since I have time, the light is going down. So I don't have professional lighting and stuff. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to build our family. Trust me. We're going to be good. We're going to be good over here. We working. Okay? So I really love you guys. Put your post notifications on. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm already feeling the momentum. And a BarkBox review coming soon. All right? Thank you for tuning in. Peace. Ready, Jay?